Okay, hello and welcome to your review for your exam. Part 1 is going to be over logical fallacies, and I have copied the list of logical fallacies with hopefully all the links will come through. If not, I'll resend it to you, but the list is from nistscore.org, same list we've been working with. I highlighted the items in red that are going to be on the exam. The blue ones are just the links to the rest of the fallacies that we're going to cover eventually. But there are only 18 out of the 42 on the exam. Again, the items are in red that are on the exam. I'm going to go ahead and click on one to show you what you need to know. I also copied down here what you need to know. Your logical fallacies on the exam, you need to be prepared to identify logical fallacies in two ways: by description and by example. So what I'm going to do is probably have a matching bank, like a list of 18 fallacies on one side of the page, and a list of 18 descriptions on the other side of the page, and you match them. And then I'll have a second page of the exam that'll have all 18 fallacies listed, and then the examples on the other side, and you match them together. Now, when I say description, I mean this, highlighted here, the description of ad hominem. You need to match ad hominem with the description, and also you need to match ad hominem with the example. So the example explains, like person A makes claim X, person B makes an attack on person A. That's the ad hominem. Therefore, A's claim is false. That's the ad hominem fallacy, saying that the claim is false because you attacked the person. So those are the two ways you need to identify the ad hominem. So how do you study for this? Well, come up here to your list. You'll see that the red items are going to be on the exam. So I'm going to click on a red item. It should take you directly to the fallacy. If it doesn't, what you can do is go back over here to the link, click on the link, and you see the list of fallacies. Line it up over here. You'll see that these are in red. Number three, appeal to authority. Click on that, and you're there. So, okay, I see that some of these are listed a little bit differently, so I'll show you how to do that, how to study for that. Okay, first we're going to look at ad hominem. What do you need to know? Well, I already copied this section here. This is the description that you need to know and associate it with ad hominem, and this is the example that you need to know. What I would do if I were you is make flashcards, and on one side of the flashcard have ad hominem, other side of the flashcard just copy this in your own words, and then make a second flashcard that says ad hominem and the example. So it's really not that difficult, and these ad hominems aren't really that difficult either. But they are things that you definitely need to know in order to make a persuasive argument, because you need to avoid these, and they're especially handy when you're refuting an argument, because you can say someone has made a specific error in thinking, and therefore their conclusion must be wrong. So hope that clarifies things for you. Now let's look at another example here. I believe it was appeal to popularity, and you see that the appeal to popularity looks different from the ad hominem. It has a description and then the example. This one, appeal to popularity, has the example and then the description. So this is what you need to know. I'm not going to go into great detail about the fallacies. All I want you to know is the basic definition of the fallacy and what it looks like. In other words, for appeal to popularity, Most people approve of X. That X is the argument or subpoint of an argument, and therefore X is true. That's a fallacy. And then this is the basic idea of the fallacy. So what I'll have on the exam is the list of the descriptions, list of the titles, and you match them. So that's part one. Part two on the exam, maps. You've been drawing your maps and working on them. I want you to be able to label your map in class within 10 minutes, and I will simply grade that as part of the exam. Your timeline. You need to know the first 10 entries of the timeline and the significance and year if the year is on the timeline. So here I've listed the timeline entry. It appears just as number 1 here. I can't highlight it for some reason. There we go. This is what appears on your timeline itself. I wrote the significance as we've been discussing in class. So you need to know not only was the temple Jerusalem wasn't completely destroyed and razed to the ground. That's what it looks like here. That simply means that Jerusalem was conquered and sieged. It was destroyed, but it was not leveled to the ground. The temple was destroyed by the Roman general Titus, who later became emperor. And then you have the reign of Titus, Domitian, Trajan, Severus, Decius, and Diocletian. These are Roman emperors who persecuted Christians. That's the significance of these guys. Monasticism formed, and yada yada. Goes down to 10. So you need to know all that. You also need to know, this is stuff that we covered in class. It's in your reading in the book, in the textbook, in Omnibus. The history of the kings of Britain. It's also good to have read it, and you can add. These are going to be short answers between 3 and 5 sentences each. I put a little star beside Diana's prophecy because that's going to be part 5, persuasive essay. Now we've been practicing your persuasive essay outlines. What I want you to do is be able to write an outline of a persuasive essay convincing me why the prophecy of Diana to Brutus was fulfilled. Now you don't need to actually believe that it was fulfilled in order to write a persuasive essay. That's the beauty of arguments. You don't have to personally believe an argument that you're making in order to make an argument. It's called playing the devil's advocate if you don't believe it. Now if you do believe it, it's a lot easier. But guess what? I'm going to have you do 2 essays. One essay you're going to argue 3 points on why the prophecy of Diana to Brutus was fulfilled, and then turn right around and refute the idea following page 92 of your book, your English language arts book. That's my daughter. She needs a nap. You're going to refute the same argument. So I'm going to have you look at both sides of the issue here and practice. You're going to write me out the outline first, and then write the essay. Write out the outline for the refuting essay, and refute it. So that is your exam in 5 parts. This is not the exam. This is a review of the exam. So I'm going to be writing the exam soon. But anyway, hope you do well, and let me know if you have questions. Thank you.